Here's something a little on the lighter side today. It involves cats and airplanes. Not a nexus that presents itself very often in life. But there it was, flying along at 35,000 feet, minding my own business, when I heard it on guard frequency, an unmistakably clear meow. Yep, that kind of meow. There's either a cat out there with a genuine aeronautical emergency or something else is going on. Stick with me, and I'll try to explain this in this short episode of the story behind the art. All right, so let's break this down just a little bit. If you're flying anything other than general aviation, you're more than likely going to have more than one radio. I, in fact, flew a single-engine jet airplane, a Hawker Hunter, that had 4 radios, 2 VHF and 2 UHF. And that's kind of a lot to keep track of. It was tough not to make any radio mistakes flying that airplane. It happened quite a bit. Wrong frequency, wrong one selected, answer on the wrong frequency. Multiple switches to try and keep track of. Anyway, that's the most complicated one I've flown as far as radio work goes. If you're out flying a commercial airplane, you more than likely have 2 radios, possibly a SATCOM, and backing that up with a data link as well. So for today's purposes, you're probably flying around in something, say like a 737, and you've got 2 radios. This is a fairly standard configuration for a 737 aircraft. You have 2 radios. One on the left is the captain's side. That one's typically going to be set for ATC frequencies, so you can communicate with air traffic controllers. The one on the right, that'd be the number 2 VHF. That'll handle the other administrative items like maybe getting the weather, talking to your operations people, or talking to your dispatcher, something like that. When it's not being utilized for those items, it'll be set to the frequency of guard of 121.5. Well, now guard frequency is exactly that. It's a channel that is set aside for you to guard or listen to actively without transmitting. So there's very little that's going to get transmitted over guard that isn't somewhat critical in nature. Things like
Fastjet 1725, airfield guard center's looking for you on 127.25.
2725. Fastjet's got it, thanks.
Or it could be something as simple as,
Hey, anybody got the score? Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles 24, Chiefs 22.
and occasionally you might hear something just a little bit more serious.
Opponent care. This is November 327. Romeo Papa Solo. I got a order on an engine. I'm returning to land.
And you might get just a little more help than you asked for when you come up on the radio sounding like that.
Check the magneto. Do you have an inverter light? Hey, make sure your fuel cock's turned on. Just lean her out just a little bit.
And hands down, the most common guard call error is that first call when you get on the ground to ops. Ops, slow commute 315 is on deck for gate 13.
Guard. Hey, slow flight, you're on guard. Guard. Hey, how about giving us a 360 for identification, please? Guard.
Oh man, even the guard pirates have chimed in to help you out.
So invariably, when they're out there and there's some non-standard communication going on guard, there's going to be somebody out there who's a self-appointed guard police. He just can't help himself. He's going to step in and fix it. So like I said, there it was, flying along at 35,000 feet. Okay, some unusual banner goes on guard. It normally fixes it by itself and quiets down. But this guy just can't help himself, and he has just got to step in and fix things.
Hey guys, knock it off. Let's keep it professional out here. This is emergency use only channel. Come on.
Things quiet down for a second. Maybe he's had an effect. But then,
Meow.
oh, but there it is. Subtle, simple, yet totally effective. The voice of the totally irreverent quietly meows down to get off my yard guy. And now, another party chimes in with a lightning wit without any pause or hesitation. Cat, you're on guard.
The timing and delivery were just impeccable, and I was busting a gut laughing. So when you thought your pilots were the super professional, business-only, button-down types, now you know a little more about what's going on behind the door. And that's the story behind Cat, You're on Guard. Thanks for watching Brush with Flight. Meow. Meow. Meow.